Hello, Samai. Welcome to this week's video. We haven't had a power cut in the vicarage, in case you were wondering, but this weekend is Advent Sunday, the start of that wonderfully rich, evocative season in which Christians all over the world prepare for the celebration of Christmas. And I always think of it as being to do with candles in the darkness. It's a dark time of year here in the UK. It's cold. It's got much colder this last week, and I'm very conscious of those who are struggling to afford to heat their homes and worried about the future. There are dark things in the news, and I'm very conscious this week of having spoken to people who've got dark things in their lives. The candles of Advent speak of a light that gives hope even in the darkest times. Years ago, a little boy asked me when I was walking about dressed as I am now, "What's that thing round your neck?" Which is a good question. All sorts of Christians say, well, you don't need a separate priesthood, and certainly even if you do have ministers or pastors, why should they be dressed differently? And there is, of course, the danger that it becomes a badge of status, a kind of prefect's badge, and that's not what it's about. What I've always understood it to be about is that it represents the church, all of God's people, not just the parishes I serve in, or not even just my tradition, but the church, the one universal church. And seeing it like this, lit by candlelight, it strikes me that it's a white thing, a thing of light and hope. Now, I can't offer much in the way of hope as a human being. I'm very flawed. But actually, when people see that collar, they don't think so much about me. They think about the God who's visiting them, or speaking to them, or as I am now, coming into their homes. In 1 Thessalonians, St. Paul writes to an embattled group of early believers that they don't need to be frightened of the sudden shocks and the power of darkness and the coming end of this world. He says to them, we're not people of the darkness. We're not people of the night time. We're people of the day. He says, you're children of the light. And one of the most seductive lies our culture tells us, and sometimes we tell ourselves, is that our light doesn't make any difference. What's the point of me trying to do good or speaking up for truth? What's the point of me giving my time and my money when the darkness seems so powerful, so well resourced, as it must seem to the people of Ukraine as they fear the winter that is coming with so little electricity and with a war on their own land? But it is a lie. Just as you couldn't see me if I extinguished these candles, so without our light, the world would truly be in darkness. And the light isn't just us trying to do our best or being kind. The light is the real hope of Jesus Christ coming into the world. Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Not a light, and certainly not just a nice extra, but the light, the true hope that sets us free from our addiction to darkness, anger, and bitterness, and the light that's reflected in those who turn to follow Jesus. Jesus said, you, yes, you are the light of the world. So in this time of encroaching darkness, both personal and national and international, in a time where we're conscious of our fragility and it's easy to be discouraged, take up the light that God offers to you. Trust in Jesus Christ, the true and only light of the world. And you will find that even the smallest actions, the simplest kind words, the moments of moral courage, the moments of love above all things, bring light to others. And you may not think it counts for much, but believe me, those who are encouraged by the light you give them will find it makes all the difference in the world. On this Advent weekend, and always, may you know the light of Christ. Bob bendeth every blessing. Amen.